Magnificent week. Um, tell you what, I've been waiting to do this for some time. I'm outside enjoying the nice, beautiful air and weather, and a few months actually. And today I would like to deliver to you Kevin Gates' Galactic signature based off of his birth date, which is February 5th, 1986. His galactic signature is white overtone mirror. His day sign, white mirror, which means reflecting the truth like a polished surface, bringing clarity, insight, and order. Tone 5 overtone, this is the tone of spiritual leadership, radiating influence through truth and mastery. Now, before we dive deep, I looked it up a few months ago when he did his last album. And I went ahead and I entered all his information I had looked up then off of the 1320 app, and I put it into the chat GPT without logging in today, and I didn't tell the chat GPT who I was doing the galactic signature on. So at the end, when I finished giving it all the information that I wanted to give it based off of my research, it said, it did a search on the internet, and it said there's no galactic signature that is publicly available for Kevin Gates. Well, I just went ahead and went to the lawoftime.org to decode your galactic signature, and I put in his birth date, and then white overtone mirror popped in, and I made sure to do a short video on it for when I do my Substack, and I go ahead and load it on my Substack with that little snippet of me doing that. All right. He is guided by what is known death, which is semi, um, which is the power of transformation, letting go of illusions, attachment, or outdated identities. Essence, reflection, empowerment, radiance, and transformation. He's here to help others see clearly, not by preaching, but by embodying truth, so people recognize it in their own reflections. Dynamic, all energy, which is the yellow electric warrior, which is Kin 19. His is Kin 18, but his 13 moon um, calendar reflects yellow electric warrior. The electric tone is tone 3, which activates his ability to engage, energize, and serve. Yellow warrior, the fearless, intelligent seeker, one who challenges illusions, asks the difficult questions, and ignites spiritual courage in others. Combination insight. He's the mirror that reflects truth and the warrior that challenges falsehood. He empowers through clarity and active transformation by facing fear. Key spiritual themes across his profile: reflection plus order plus radiance plus transformation. We have the dog who is the actor as well today here in our video. I've passed that dog a few times in walking. Lovely creature. Hope that you can hear me okay. He's a natural spiritual mirror. People may feel exposed or deeply seen in his presence. He brings order to chaos by seeing beyond illusions and aligning with universal truth. His radiance is not about personality or ego. It's about his ability to hold space for truth without distortion. Being guided by death not as an ending, but as a force of liberation, clearing what no longer serves. I looked up his castle, because on the galactic signature, you have castles. So direction and archetypal clarity. His direction is north, inner wisdom, guidance, deep, and introspection. His planet is Neptune, dream work, mysticism, subconscious truth, spiritual intuition. Archetype, Eugenie. He's a seer, contemplative, and a channel for divine knowledge, particularly through stillness and self-inquiry. His cosmic tools are time, energy, and cycles. His chrononaut plan. He's a time traveler of consciousness, not just existing in time, but navigating it purposefully. His path unfolds through sacred cycles, not linearly, but rhythmically, which is why he's a rap artist, well known. He is meant to synchronize with these rhythms for deeper spiritual mastery. His, his teletonin, think of that as like a spiritual GPS with the dream spell. It is use it. He can use it to identify where he is in his journey, what his current themes or lessons are, and how to align more closely with cosmic flow. His Matrix 441, that's his energetic interface with the cosmic structure. It helps him to see how his personal energy interacts with collective cycles and spiritual forces. It can be used for daily tuning, meditation, or advanced synchronistic insights. His Hanab Ku, the Galactic Center, if you don't know how to spell that, that's Hunab and then Ku. The Galactic Center, the one giver of the moment and measure. Think of this as a connection to divine order, the pulse of the universe. When you align with Hanab Ku, you live from the center where time, energy, and truth cohere. For his wave spell and castle, White Wizard, timeless receptiveness, enchantment. You are learning to, he knows how to wield his will and wisdom in a timeless, grounded way, enhancing others through presence. Castle, red castle of birth, initiation, creation, which are the life stages of new beginnings focused on laying foundations for a deeper expression of his cosmic self. Let's talk about his clans, chakras, and halons. Halons is spelled Hollons. Sky Clan. He's a visionary called to bring clarity from above to ground below. Chakras are his chakra focus, because there's a lot of chakras. Lots of chakras. Root, solar plexus, heart, sardinal, and claw. Root, grounded, secure foundation. Solar plexus, empowered will and identity. Sardinal polar, his spiritual core, balancing opposites, masculine, feminine, inner, and outer. His practical path forward. He should probably, well, he already does, but if this is your sign, you would tune into your kin energy, which is kin 18, and your daily kin of the 260-day Tolkien, which is Tzolkin. You would do some reflective journaling. What truths are being mirrored to me today? What needs to be released? A lot of times when I read to you the galactic signature at the end of the day, whatever I've done that day, when I go to look at the galactic signature, it has already aligned with the galactic signature without me reading it for that day. Time tracking and synchronicity. Using the 13 moon calendar to mark days of energetic intensity or shifts. So you pay attention to the resonant cycles, especially around your birth kin and wave spell transitions. Meditation and dream work. As a Neptunian, Neptunain, he can receive powerful insights in regards to dreams, trance, water rituals, and intuitive stillness. Things to ask: what truths want to be seen today? What patterns am I ready to release? He empowers others by leading with reflective truth, not forcing it. His wisdom resonates naturally with those who are ready to awaken, people like me. And his practice non-reactivity, the mirror reflects, it doesn't judge. As with Hunab Q, regularly return to the still point within. See yourself, if this is your kin, for that birth date, as the fractal of the cosmic whole. Your journey is both individual and collective. As a white overtone mirror guided by death, supported by the yellow electric warrior evolving through the white wizard wave spell in the red castle of birth and aligned with the Sky Clan. merging stillness and courage, reflection and action, order and transformation, here to awaken, reflect, and guide both himself and others into alignment with truth and cosmic timing. Let's talk about his Mayan Soul blueprint. White mirror, white world bridger, blue knight, yellow star, red dragon, tone 5, overtone. Here to see clearly himself and the world. This type of energy, the white mirror energy, calls you to truth through self-reflection, clarity, and honest awareness. It asks, where are you caught in illusion, projection, or distortion? How can you use your emotional reactions as a mirror for growth? Medicine of the white mirror. Radical self-honesty. The power to reflect truth and to purify falsehood through awareness, forgiveness, and inner seeing. Challenge. Avoiding discomfort by projecting your shadow onto others or clinging to distorted self-images. Gift. You become a powerful mirror for others once you've cleaned your own, offering them clarity and insight by your presence alone. In his last album that he did before he released this current one, his there, but I'm back. I was talking about his there, but I'm back. I was talking about his last album. I don't know if it caught or not before I went. His last album he did before this one, and how his album art reflected the white mirror. So he had on the other side thugged out self, which I love his thug music, and then the suit on, a very nice, clean, fresh suit. So yes, he's very in tune. Now, and I don't know if he's off at that part, but him being a powerful mirror for others because he had cleaned his own, offering them clarity and insight by his presence alone. Let's talk about the higher self guide, white world bridger. His higher self is guiding him towards surrender, release, and symbolic death. That car is loud. There we go. The ego shedding that allows rebirth into greater freedom. This energy teaches let go of needing to control outcomes, release what no longer serves, including identities, expectations, or beliefs. Embrace surrender as a sacred act of transformation, not failure. Medicine of world bridger, healing through letting go, liberation through death of the small self, creation through emptiness.
Sorry, I need to look at the flyer that's in there.
Oh, okay, honey.
I meant to come before they close, but I forgot.
I understand. I've been there. I like what you got on the little seats there with the sunflowers. That's cute. Yes. One moment, please. Their windows are kind of dark. I think they're tinted. We're going to continue. All right. So, creation through emptiness. Challenge, resistance to change, or the illusion of needing to hold it all together. Gift. Through deep surrender, you unlock spiritual regeneration, freedom, and new opportunity. Subconscious self, hidden helper, blue knight. I'm talking about his hidden helpers right now. At the root of his psyche is a powerful connection to the dream time, the creative void of potential, vision, intuition, and emotional depth. Have a wonderful weekend, sweetness. All right, love. Thank you. He's a dreamer and a vision holder. His inner world is sacred and full of rich insight. Um, he co-creates reality through intentional dreaming and feeling, of course. Medicine of Blue Night. Dream manifestation, emotional intuition, deep receptivity, access to the collective unconsciousness. Challenge, avoiding emotional depth. He talks about that a lot in his music, that whole emotional depth thing. Resisting the unknown. I hope they're okay. Or getting stuck in limiting beliefs. Gift. By sitting in silence and trusting his inner knowing, his dreams become reality. Challenge and gift, yellow star. His lifelong growth edge is around harmony, beauty, and personal truth. He struggles with judgment, disharmony, or trying to control the rightness of paths or systems, which is also evident in his music. He can be overly self critical and feel disconnected from his greater purpose. Along, uh, Kevin talked about when he almost committed, when he almost unalived himself. He had went to the gym and he said, "This the day I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna chicken out." Walked outside the gym and talked to a man and let him know what was going on. And this was a man who had actually been in the same place as him before in regards to wanting to unalive himself. They had a deep talk right there in the parking lot, and Kevin is still around. I thank whoever that gentleman is. All right, so he felt disconnected from his greater purpose. Somebody had to bring him back and let him know, no, sir, you can't go nowhere. You stuck with us here, right on Earth. Okay? You can Google that video on Facebook. It's on my page as well. Anyway, yes, because it was during Mental Health Month that I shared the video on my page. Okay. Shadow work, releasing judgment, perfectionism, and limiting of beliefs around beauty, harmony, or worthiness. It's beautiful. He's done a lot of shadow work. Transformation. Your challenge becomes your strength. You learn to create harmony by being authentic and to trust that your path is beautiful because it is uniquely yours. He's done an awesome job. Complement energy. Red dragon. Red dragon energy nourishes and completes his white mirror self. It brings in primal trust, unconditional nurturance, unity, and creative receptivity. He's naturally able to trust the divine process to birth new realities from the void and to hold others in deep support when he is nourished. Okay? Gift, rootedness and source. He draws sense from the well of being. He's a nurturer, creator, and sacred receiver. His tone 5 overtone, which is the radiant, which is the tone of radiant empowerment, empowering others through centeredness, vision, and inner strength. Radiating his essence, grounded in his core purpose. Living his tone, tone number 5. Cultivate inner sovereignty, knows his foundation, trusts his central truth. He's the hub which ripples of empowerment flow. Mirror of truth, deep dream, emotional wisdom, primal nurturance, harmony, and authenticity is his challenge. And his tone gives him the ability to radiate his purpose, hold his vision, and power from the inside out. And the bees are on my bag, and I have no clue why. We're going to be all right. Okay. So, for anybody doing shadow work, affirmation, I stand in my truth. I release what no longer serves. I dream a new world into being. Okay? And then just journal for your mirror work. Journal your reactions. Um, for your dream time ritual, meditate, sit in stillness, visualize black or silver light. Invite your visions or dreams to guide you. Forgiveness practices release old beliefs or identities through writing or ritual or writing. I love doing that through rituals and writing. Um, Color medicine, silver for the white mirror, forest green, world bridger, black, blue night, yellow star, and red dragon in meditation or art. Or I like candle magic, so I use different candles for candle magic. So you can use these type of candles for candle magic. If you were to align this with voodoo or the low owls in voodoo, if you practice, or with the orishas, the candles you would use, white would represent Obatala, the forest green would represent Ogun, the black would represent Ilegwa, or the blue night, the yellow, the star, would represent Oshun, the red dragon would represent Shango. Let's talk about his resonant moon. Now, this one I looked up today. Okay. It was not with the rest of my notes. I said, let me go ahead and include his resonant moon in the reading. So the resonant moon is 27 of the seventh moon month in the 13 moon calendar. The resonant moon is about attunement, inspiration, and channeling. Its question is, how can I attune my service to others? Currently in a time of tuning your inner frequencies, listening for your most aligned path, guidance, or service, resonant moon invites stillness, meditation, intuition, and becoming a clear channel for spirit. On day 27, you're near the ending or nearing the end of this moon. So it's a good time to reflect on what inspirations you've received and how you've been called to share them or ground them. Year of the Yellow Rhythmic Seed. Year theme, target, flowering, awareness plus rhythm, balance, organization. Each 13 moon year in the dream spell calendar is governed by a specific kin, which sets the energetic tone for the year. This year, Yellow Rhythmic Seed carries the vibration of awareness, targeting intention, flowering of potential, blossoming. Rhythmic tone 6 is affiliated. Balance, equality, organization, and practicality. What this means. He's living through a year that is asking him to become more aware, to plant his intentions with clarity, focused on growth through balance, not over efforting, but organizing his energy in a practical and harmonious way, which he's done a fabulous job on, and I can tell it by this latest album. Guiding him to align his inner and outer world so his dreams, blue night, and purpose, white mirror, can take root and bloom. I love that. So we've got Ilegwa and Obatala energy. This year supports practical action aligned with vision, decluttering what no longer serves your flowering, balance between inner dreaming and outer doing, and how it all fits together. Aspect energy meeting conscious self. White mirror, truth, reflection, clarity, higher self guide. White world bridger, surrender, release, transformation. Subconscious self, blue night, dreaming, potential, inner knowing. Challenging gift, yellow star, harmony, beauty, authenticity. Complement, red dragon, nurturance, primal trust, receptivity. Tone, life theme. Overtone 5, empowerment, radiant purpose, current moon. Time, influence. Resident moon, attunement, inspiration, channeling, year influence. Yellow rhythmic seed, balance, growth, focused intention. Suggestions for now. In the last days of the resonant moon within a yellow rhythmic seed year, you're in a powerful moment to tune into your inner inspirations. Review what seeds you've been planting mentally or emotionally, yellow seed. Get clear on what balance or organization will support your dream and truth coming into form. Use your white mirror clarity and world bridger surrender to shed anything that distorts your path. Let's talk about why the galactic signature matters. Hello, darling. Welcome to the channel, love. Especially if you're a drifter. He's not a drifter, but let's talk about us. Let's talk about the drifters first. Everybody's been a drifter at some point in time. A galactic signature is not just a label, it's a multi-dimensional map of your soul's essence, life path, and evolutionary journey. It can be an anchor point when you're feeling lost because it reconnects you to who you truly are beneath the layers of confusion, your hidden inner gifts, your spiritual assignment or calling, your energetic patterns, including your strength and your growth areas. It's like a mirror reflecting your cosmic blueprint back to you, reminding you what you came here to experience, transform, and become. You know what? Let's talk about something for a minute. Because a lot of folks who are in religion is told not to look to the stars, don't follow your astrology. You, you are made to think uh, not to look to the galaxy for anything. Baby, you are born with a galactic signature. You are born with a specific birth date, a specific birth time. Your birth time tells you all your planetary houses, the 12 that align specifically to you. So, all of that is important. Your signature as a compass. Here's how your galactic combination helps you when you're drifting. For instance, he's not drifting, but someone else who has this same galactic signature may be. So, conscious self, you find truth through reflection, to see clearly, to strip away illusions, and to face yourself fully through shadow and light. I call that shadow boxing. When you are feeling lost, White Mirror says, look at what life is reflecting back to you. What truth are you avoiding? What illusions have trapped you? It teaches you that the outside world is your mirror, and in that mirror, you can reclaim your power, your honesty, and your authentic path. You use that moment to challenge your growth. What is the situation showing me about myself? The White World Bridger, higher self, let's go to rise. Your higher self is always guiding you towards surrender, transformation, and bridging worlds. When you feel stuck, let's talk about bridging worlds real quick. We're on the third dimension. There are other dimensions. As you meet your higher self and grow, you start to incur or start to experience your reality different on the other dimensions, like the fourth, fifth, sixth dimension. Okay. All right. So when you feel stuck or disconnected, it often means something in your life is asking to shed itself, to be gone, to die. An identity, a belief, a relationship, a fear. White World Bridger helps you cross thresholds you meant to walk between world, spirit, and matter, self and other, life and death, and guide others across too. You would practice conscious surrender, letting go of needing to control what needs to be released for me to grow. I don't know if you all have listened to gospel music, but one of the songs that came to mind right now is back in the day growing up, we had the whinings playing in our household. And it was a song called Self Has to Die. self has to die. There will be no, I don't know if you remember that song. You can look for it. It's an old song. I was a little bitty girl. We're not even going to talk about that. Little bitty girl when that song came out and was playing. But yes, it has to go. I was looking up quotes the other day. The best quote that comes to my mind, um, and I don't know if I'm quoting it exactly right without having it in front of me, but the new you requires that you give up the you have now or the old you. Something else that comes to mind, one of the scriptures, you cannot put, I want to say, fresh wine in old vats. Okay, let's continue. So, Blue Knight, Hidden Helper, dream your reality. You carry an inner gift, the power to dream new worlds into being. When you're lost, the answers may not come from logic or outer action. They are inside you, in the dream field, in your feelings, in the quiet. One of my Sherpas, her favorite line is pause, breathe, and go within. Meditate. Okay. Your hidden strength is the ability to assess vast inner potential even in darkness. You are a conscious dreamer. Meditate, journal, dream. Ask, what does my soul truly desire? What reality am I dreaming into being? You know what one of my favorite things to do is when I meditate at night sometimes before I go to bed. I would call on I remember the first time I called on Oshun. Um, and I guess I could have probably called Shango or I could have probably called Yemiya, but I called on Oshun. And I asked her to travel with me so I could go visit my Akashic records. In case you don't know what Akashic records are, it's spelled Akaish. Honey, I woke up in the morning and that pen didn't stop for quite a long time for me writing. And then when I was finished writing, I put everything that I had discovered in my wealth grimoire. In case you don't know what a wealth grimoire is, Grimore. Grimoire. Okay? All right. We're going to talk about the yellow star, the challenge and the gift, seeking harmony over perfection. You struggle with judgment, idealism, or disharmony, especially with yourself. But the lesson is to find beauty and grace in perfection, to create harmony from within. This becomes a focus you grow by becoming a harmonizer and artist of life, shining your unique light. I'm going to pause for a minute because they're talking about beauty. So, beauty is number six. Six of six of wands, cups, swords, and pentacles. It's temperate, which is Tiphereth, and it's governed by the Loa Legba, Papa Legba, and the Orisha Alegwa. Okay? The four sixes. So, Six of Wands, Petro, Fire Legba, La Flambeau. Six of Cups, Congo Water, She Libo, Nuvavu and Dani, which is Nouvavou and Dani. And She Libo is spelled Shilibo. Rada Air Legba, and Santeria Earth Elegua, Elgua. Okay, so temperate is beauty, and it's number 6. And the goal is to get to number 1, which is Kether, and it's governed by, uh, that's the crown point of entry for spirit, and that is governed by Dambala and Aida Wido's World Egg. Okay. Thank you for joining. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Hope you're having a great day, love tubers. Okay. All right. This becomes a focus. You grow by becoming a harmonizer and artist of life, shining your unique light. Tools. Where are you holding back your light? How can I be more authentic? Not perfect. Red Dragon, compliment, trust, receive, be held. In your foundation is the energy of primal nurturance and creation from the void. When adrift, remember that you are already supported. Trust in life. Let yourself be reborn. Red Dragon reminds you to nourish yourself first, to receive as deeply as you give. Ground yourself in breath and body. Ask, what would it feel like to trust life again? Tone 5, overtone, empower your purpose. Your life tone is about radiant empowerment, discovering your core purpose. You are here to stand in your center, shine your light, and empower others by empowering yourself. This is especially important when you feel off track. You are being asked to step into your core frequency and radiate. I actually wrote the other day, one of the ladies in my group was assisting other people and she wasn't charging for it. And I could tell just by looking at her Facebook post, she wasn't charging no money. And I said, oh no, well, this is not going to work, boo boo. I created her first business plan and I sent her over the link along with my Skip affiliate link, along with what she can go ahead and fill out on there so she can get started. You don't give empty from empty. You don't give empty until your vats are overflowing with wine. Okay? All right. So if you want to go ahead and check it out, it's on my Substack. And it's called Blue Rain. All right. Why this is vital when you are not living your purpose. When you're disconnected from your purpose, it often means you're listening to outer noise instead of your inner truth. Deals with self-worth. Avoiding the surrender that's required to evolve. Letting fear, confusion, or judgment obscure your path. Your galactic signature pulls you back inward. It whispers you are not broken. You are simply being invited back to your essence. When you feel adrift, your galactic signature becomes a compass for navigating darkness with clarity, transformation, dream work, and authentic radiance. And my final thoughts for someone who is drifting. You are the white mirror, the sacred reflection of truth. When you're lost, look inward. When you're in fear, surrender. When you're in doubt, dream. When you're in judgment, seek harmony. When you're tired, receive. When you're ready, shine. The biggest challenge, people like me, that I have seen in the African American community, and that's a whole different, that's a whole book, okay? The biggest challenge I have seen is people not being able to charge what they're worth for them to be able to see it in their bank account. Whew, all right. Now let's talk about how this will help someone all the way. Whoops, see Daisy? I forgot my water was even there. All the way at the top of that game. Let me move it to the side. Okay. It offers a different kind of benefit. Okay. Not from a place of seeking purpose, but from a place of refining, mastering, and deepening impact. It shifts from being a map for finding yourself to a key for unlocking your highest evolutionary expression. For the master, the emperor, which is the third card, which is the card of loco, the card of will. If you're already successful, evolved, or operating at a high level in leadership, creativity, influence, or spirituality, your galactic signature becomes a sacred tool for refinement, not repair. Think of it as like a tuning fork. You've already finally tuned this instrument, but this helps you to resonate at even higher frequencies. More aligned, more conscious, more impactful. Example, the white mirror, conscious self, the sword of mastery. For someone advanced, it offers a mirror not just for flaws, but to your power, clarity, and integrity. You're being asked to hold yourself to the highest truth, not performative truth. Actual. Where I ended before the feet off on me. I'll do a recap real quick. Let's see. We talked about galactic signature shifts from being a map from finding yourself to key for unlocking your highest evolutionary expression when you're at the top of your game. Why this matters for the masters, because it helps you tune into your even higher frequencies, like a tuning fork or like a finely tuned instrument. Like when you're tuning up the guitar or the violin or the cello and stuff like that. And then I covered the Sword of Mastery White Mirror. I wanted to make sure it was still there. Power, clarity, integrity, the highest truth, actual truth. People reflect you back, you become the mirror. Um, and constantly clearing your mirror without distortion or ego. That is where I talked about you go to the master class, you learn from the master class, you write on the master class, you might do a book on the master class, you teach later on the master class so that you eventually are teaching the master classes that they taught to you to other people. Okay? Master level application. Can I lead without illusion? Can I let go of all masks, even the enlightened one? Am I ready to be seen as I truly am? White World Bridger, higher self, cross-dimensional mastery. High levels, energy becomes bridging realms, spiritual and material, business and mysticism, personal and planetary, transcending binaries, dying to ego over and over, and to lead by letting go. Crossing thresholds others cannot and helping them cross too. Leadership becomes more than energy transmission than strategy alone. I don't know where I left off because the video cut off, so that's why I went back through it real quick. So Blue Knight, master level application. What am I holding on to? What am I afraid to surrender, even subtly? What would leading look like if I fully trusted the unknown? Blue Knight, hidden helper, dream on a galactic scale. For a high functioning person, Blue Knight takes on collective mission. You're not just dreaming your own life, you're helping co write the collective dream. Your subconscious intuition and night visions are powerful portals for planetary insight. This is deep work accessing fields of potential not just for you, but for humanity. Master level application. What dream am I planting into the collective field? Am I sleeping enough, resting enough, listening enough? Am I letting the mystery guide me? Yellow star, challenge and gift. Embody beauty as leadership. Even masters can fall into the trap of perfectionism or fixed ideals. Yellow star pushes you to radiate, I love that word, beauty, harmony, and elegance, not as performance but as embodied presence. Be less about force and more about frequency. One of my favorite sayings by one of my Sherpas, she says, consciousness over calendar. Jump on that frequency. Consciousness over calendar. Share your truth in a way that uplifts, even when it challenges the status quo. Master level application. Where is my leadership disharmonious? Where am I trying to get it right instead of being fully real? How can I bring more beauty into my impact? Red Dragon, complement, root and primal source. We went over chakras earlier. High performers often forgot how to receive, rest, or be held. Red says, remember the primordial source you came from. You can't give on empty. Women know water. You have to take care of you first. You're not meant to generate from will alone. This is your Emperor card. This is number 3 in the deck, also known as Loco. True creation flows from being, not doing. Nurture your body, your nervous system, your feminine energy, even a master level application. Am I rooted in trust? Where am I still hustling instead of flowing? When I post those little grant things that I post and I say, bloom only, no hustle, just bloom, all we want to do is bloom. We want to eliminate the whole entire struggle process. No hustle, none, zilch, nada, allergic, yuck. Okay? Now, what would it mean to be mothered by the universe? Tone 5. The universe is not struggling. Mastermind Mama ain't struggling. Uh, Infinite Source, Sugar Daddy, Galactic Sugar Daddy, Universal, reach the ways, not struggling. Abundant, universe fast, ain't no. Now, if the idiots go put some trash in space or something like that and start doing mess like that, I don't know what'll happen then. But for right now, it just happens naturally with no struggle. Okay. Tone 5, overtone, radiant empowerment. This is a tone of leadership and centeredness. You're here to amplify others by standing firmly in your core. Your work is not just about doing, it's about radiating that frequency. When you are centered, you empower others simply by being in the room. Master level application. Am I leading from my center or from my external validation? What does true empowerment look like when I'm not performing it? Ultimate benefit at the top level, authenticity over image, frequency over force, surrender over control, over striving, mastery over control, service over self. Your galactic signature is like a spiritual diagnostics tool. It's like going to the universal doctor. It helps you stay honest, stay evolving, stay aligned with why you're really here, because at the highest level, the question isn't how can I get ahead? It becomes how can I embody my true essence and serve from that place fully. And that is where your galactic signature becomes not just useful, but essential. All right, we have covered Kevin Gates' galactic signature in full. I thank you for hanging tough with me. Um, let's see. He has 18 followers, which is a ritual number. The number itself, 18, is loaded with meaning. In some traditions, like Judaism, for existence, 18 symbolizes life, chi, Chie, which is part of the tree of life. In numerology, 1 plus 8 equals 9, the number of completion, initiation, and higher calling. 18 can also signal a closed circle, a hand-picked group aligned to a specific rite, teaching, or energetic field. Okay, so that is one of the reasons that I am dissecting his latest album uh, through a voodoo lens. Thank you. I'm going to actually close out this session and I'm going to do the galactic signature for today. Since I just went through Kevin Gates' galactic signature, um, if you haven't had a chance to check out his album, Luca Brasi 4, I've been shaking my tail feather to it, um, just to let you know. And the whole album is quite delicious. So I look forward to getting done with the interpretation. The esoteric tarot part of it is the easy part. Migrating it over to the voodoo or the Orisha side with Petro, Congo, Rada, and Santaria is a little bit more, takes a little bit more time to decipher through. If you would like your galactic signature read, uh, I do offer readings on my Etsy page, Delcia Secrets Arts, DelciaSecrets.Etsy.com. If you would really like it, and the price is uh, a little steep for you, tell me you saw me on YouTube with this video, and I will send you a discount. Okay? Just for you. All right? All right. Mwah. I'm going to go ahead and get started on this next video. And I hope you have a magnificent uh, weekend. Okay? Oh, okay.